Hello students, welcome back on my channel. Today we will discuss NCERT exercise question of chapter 3 class 12 physics. So please watch the video till the end. The question number first is, the storage battery of a car has an EMF of 12 volt. The EMF is given, that is 12 volt, if the internal resistance of the battery is 0.4 ohm, that is the value of small r. What is the maximum current that can be drawn from the battery? We have to find the value of I maximum into this question. This is given into this question. The value of EMF is 12 volt, small r 0.4 ohm and the external resistance is 0. We have to find the value of I maximum, that is maximum current. It is equal to EMF upon external resistance plus internal resistance. The value of E is 12 upon external resistance is 0 and the internal resistance is 0.4. From this formula we get the value of I maximum, that is equal to 30 ampere. Ampere is the SI unit of current. I maximum is equal to 30 ampere. Now going to our second question. The second question is, a battery of EMF 10 volt and internal resistance 3 ohm is connected to a resistor. If the current in the circuit is 0.5 ampere, what is the resistance of the resistor? We have to find out the value of R, that is the resistance of the resistor. What is the terminal voltage of the battery when the circuit is closed? And we have to find the value of terminal voltage, that is V. Now the solution of this question is E, that is EMF of the EMF of the battery or the cell, that is given 10 volt and the value of internal resistance is 3 ohm. I, that is the current 0.5 ampere and the value of external resistance we have to find it. Put the values into the formula. I equal to E upon R plus R. I is 0.5, E is 10 and R we have to calculate this, small r 3. Now the value of R is 17 ohm. Now we have to find the terminal voltage, that is V is equal to IR. I is given 0.5 ampere and the value of R, that is external resistance, is 17 ohm. So the terminal voltage is 0, that is 8.5 volt. This is the required solution of question number 2. Now going to the question number 3, that is, 3 resistors are connected in series. What is the total resistance? We have to find the value of RS, that is the total resistance in series combination. Now the second part is, if the combination is connected to a battery of EMF 12 volt, EMF is 12 volt and negligible the internal resistance, R is 0, that is small r is 0. Obtain the potential drop across each resistor. We have to find the value of V, that is potential drop across each resistor. Now the solution of this question. This is the solution of the third question. First part is, we have to find the resistors in series combination, that is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Resistance in series combination is equal to 6 ohm. Next part is, we have to find the value of I, that is current. As we know that in series combination value of current always remains constant, I remains constant. So we calculate the value of I and put the value into the question, into the formula V equal to IR to calculate the potential drop. I equal to epsilon upon R plus R, that is I is equal to 2 ampere. Now the potential drop across the resistance 1, that is V1 is equal to IR1 2 volt, V2 equal to IR2 4 volt. Similarly V3 equal to IR3, that is equal to 6 volt. Now the fourth question is, 3 resistors are connected in parallel. What is the total resistance of the combination? We have to find out the value of RP, that is the resistance in parallel combination. Into the second part, if the combination is connected to a battery of 20 volt and negligible internal resistance, that is R is equal to 0, determine the current through each resistor and the total current drawn by the battery. We have to find out the value of I maximum and I through each resistor. Now the solution of the fourth question is, 1 upon Rp, that is resistance in parallel combination, equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Value of R1 is 2, R2 is 4 and R3 is 5. So the resistance in parallel combination will be equal to 20 upon 19 ohm. Now the second part of this question is I1, that is the current across the resistance first, is equal to epsilon upon R1, as it is given that the internal resistance is 0. So R1 is 2 ohm and E is 20 volt. We get the value of I1, that is equal to 10 ampere. Similarly, we get the value of I2, that is 5 ampere, and also the value of I3, that is 4 ampere. Now we have to find the total current. In parallel combination, the total current is equal to the sum of the current through each resistor. So total current I is equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3, that is equal to 19 ampere. Now the fifth question is, at room temperature 27 degrees Celsius, the resistance of a heating element is 100 ohm. What is the temperature of the element if the resistance is found to be 117 ohm? We have to find the temperature at which the resistance is this one. Given that the temperature coefficient of the material of the resistor is 1.7 into 10 power minus 4 degree Coulomb inverse, this is the value of alpha. So we have to find the temperature T2. The solution of fifth question is, R1 is 100 ohm, R2 is 117 ohm. R1 is 100 ohm at temperature T1, that is 27 degrees Celsius, and the value of temperature coefficient alpha is this one. Now applying the formula, and we get the value of T2. Alpha is equal to R2 minus R1 upon R1 into T2 minus T1. From this we get the value of T2 by applying the formula and putting the values of R2 minus R1, R1 into alpha. Then we get the value of T2, that is equal to 1027 degrees Celsius. I hope this solution will be clear to you. Now going to the next question, that is question number 6. A negligible small current is passed through a wire of length 15 meter and uniform cross section, that is the value of area 6 into 10 power minus 7 meter square, and its resistance is measured to be 5 ohm. This is the value of R. What is the resistivity of the material at the temperature of the experiment? We have to find out the value of rho, that is resistivity. This is the required solution of this question. The value of L is, that is length of the wire 15 meter, area is 6 into 10 power minus 7 meter square, and resistance is 5 ohm. We have to find out the value of rho, that is the resistivity of the wire. By applying the formula R equal to rho L upon A, we get the value of rho, that is equal to R into A upon L. Putting the value of R, A and L, we get the value of rho, that is the resistivity, which is equal to 2 into 10 power minus 7 ohm meter. This is the required answer of the question number 6. Now going to our second question, that is 7th question. 7th question is, a silver wire has a resistance of 2.1 ohm at 27.5 degrees Celsius. This is value of R1 at temperature T1, and a resistance of 2.7 ohm at 100 degrees Celsius. This is value of R2 at temperature T2. We have to find out the temperature coefficient of the resistivity of silver. We have to find out the value of alpha. So the solution of this question is, now the solution of this question is R1 2.1 ohm at temperature T1. This is the value of R2 at temperature T2. Then the alpha is R2 minus R1 upon R1 into T2 minus T1. By putting the value of all of these, we can calculate the value of alpha, that is equal to 0.00394 degree per Celsius. This is the required value of the alpha. This is the temperature coefficient of the resistivity of silver. Now the 8th question is, a heating element using nichrome connected to a 230 volt supply draws an initial current of 3.2 ampere, which settles after a few seconds to a steady value of 2.8 ampere. What is the steady temperature of the heating element if the room temperature is 27 degrees Celsius? Temperature of coefficient of resistance of nichrome average over the temperature range involved is 1.70 into 10 power minus 4 degree per Celsius. What we have to find into this question? We have to find the resistance and then we have to calculate the value of T2, that is temperature, second temperature. Now the solution of this question is V is 230 volt, I1 is 3.2 ampere, I2 is 2.8 ampere and this is the value of alpha 1.70 into 10 power minus 4 degree per Celsius. First we calculate the value of R1, that is resistance R1, that is equal to V upon I1 and the value of R1 is 71.875 ohm. Similarly, we can calculate the value of R2, that is equal to V upon I2 and the value of R2 is 82.143 ohm. Now put this value into the formula of alpha, that is equal to R2 minus R1 upon R1 into T2 minus T1. From here we can calculate the value of T2 minus T1, that is equal to 840.35 degrees Celsius. From this formula, by putting the value of T1 that is given into the question 27 degrees Celsius, we can get the value of T2. T2 is equal to 840.35 degrees Celsius plus 27 degrees Celsius and the value of T2 is 867.35 degrees Celsius. This is the required solution of the question number 8. Thank you for watching the video. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.